So is the nomad life over? Has it peaked out? I would say now that we've entered 2021, I would say yes. The nomadic lifestyle has peaked out. I would say 2020 was probably the peak of the lifestyle. And the nomadic lifestyle is not new. There was the hippies in the 70s in America that started to live unconventionally out of their vans, their Volkswagen buggy vans, and RVing has always been kind of out there, and it kind of got like reinvented in the early 2000s. Like after the housing crisis in 2008 and 9, I would say during the time period between 2010 and 2015, tiny living, alternative living, due to the housing crisis, reinvented itself. And some of that reinvention morphed into the nomad life, full-time RV living, full-time van life or car life. And out of, again, the housing crisis, the nomadic life got reborn, re-energized, refocused. But now that housing is the opposite of being in a housing crisis, we're in a housing boom in the 2020-2021 time period, the nomadic life is now peaked out. And during the coronavirus, I think that was the pin that let the air out of the balloon. I think people realized the value of a home base, of stability. I think after 5 years or so of being on the road, if you even made it that long, people got burnt out. And I think now, if you are living the nomadic life out of your van, car, or RV, I think it's back to being mainly a part-time adventure, weekend warrior type deal. So that's the reality of where we're at in 2021. That's the Nomad report. The Nomad report is, look, guys, it's over. Okay, the coronavirus put the fork in the turkey. It's done. Housing is booming. Not, even though our RV sales boomed in 2020, it wasn't, in my view, again, it was mainly people, though, that still had home bases. It was just a way to travel because they couldn't travel internationally. It wasn't people selling their house and living in their RVs full time, at least not most, small percentage. So is the nomadic life done for me? Well, not yet, because guys, I didn't get in the nomad life to be part of a club. I wasn't into the RTR, wasn't into that, and I won't get out of it due to time shifting. I got into the nomadic life to accomplish some of my goals, some of which are accomplished, cutting my monthly expenses in half, relocating to Florida. My third goal is to retire early, or at least to be able to. And so I'm making traction there, and we'll see how it plays out. But I would get off the road full-time and buy a home base if it makes sense. But I also know that I would lose a level of joy. There is something about being full-time on the road that, guys, it's totally freeing. Now, it totally sucks at night. Finding places to park. Sometimes campgrounds are buggy. Sometimes truck stops are a disaster. You're in the public more. I think that's a huge underrated thing. Being in the public more wears on your mind. And so, look, guys, when in doubt, I don't buy, but eventually I probably do buy. But maybe not. But I will make the statement again. I'll get off the road when I'm damn ready. Okay, not when someone else thinks I should. However, am I now like the 30, 40-year-old guy in a club past my prime? No, because guys, most people on the road are in their 60s and 70s. Okay, not too many people middle-aged. I'm middle-aged. I'm 40 years old, living in their vehicle, so I could still do it strong 20, 30 more years. Okay, so bottom line is, things change. Time shifts trends. And the trend of the nomadic life have shifted back to being out of style. It was in style strong for the past, about 5 years. I would say from 2015 to 2020, that thing was roaring. And now, there's just a bunch of people parked in a campground saying, oh shit, this isn't good, So, Yeah, man. Look, I'm a loner at the end of the day too. So again, like for me, being a nomad is not part of being a club. I like living simple. I like a downsized life. I like not being attached. Even buying an RV lot. Do I really want to be attached to a community, to a neighborhood? I know I want to be in Florida, but I hate when people think that I'm committed to them and I have to be here and deal with them. I like to be able to get up and leave without any strings attached. And that's not easy to do in a society that wants you settled. And I respect society. I respect that they want us settled, because living on the road, I can tell you, I wouldn't want the entire country to live like a nomad, because there'd be lawlessness and it'd be crazy. So I'm just trying to bob and weave, guys. Okay, I'm trying to push forward. I'm trying to take life one day at a time, because to me, every day I get through the nomad life and I wake up the next morning with no rent, no mortgage, no entanglements, I'm doing good. However, eventually it ends. And eventually, as long as I'm living below my means and I'm staying healthy and I'm enjoying my life as best I can, that's how you take life one day at a time. You win like that. Your health, your well-being, staying consistent, persevering past negative people, past your own insecurities. That's freedom. Okay. There's always going to be a thorn in your side. There's always going to be something, whether living on the road or living in your house, that bothers you. You can't get away from life. Like some people think in a nomadic life, or they think moving to a different state, they think like that's going to change their life, and it may enhance your life, but it doesn't change your life. And even when you change your life, you're not outside of the world's problems. You are still within the world and within a society and within, again, just the universe. So this is not heaven. All you're trying to do is figure out your best life. All you're trying to do is stay flexible, because things change. What has changed this year? Well, guys, 2021, nomads are done. That's what changed. Okay, so, but there's always a difference between a trend and your individual life, so you don't have to follow trends, whether they're out of style or in style. You don't have to worry about what people think, because believe me, people tell you what they think. You do have to respect the laws. You do have to respect society, but you got to respect yourself as well, and what are your goals? What's your age? What's your health? What's your exit strategy? These are the things I think about, and sometimes there's not a lot of clear answers. So when there's not a lot of clear answers, I stick to a healthy routine, wake up early, work out, stay productive, keep working, saving, keep active, and then just wait until something reveals itself, so, those are kind of like my thoughts, as we're into 2021. I felt this last year. I kind of shared it when I lived in my car and still living in my car during the pandemic. And I traveled up and down the East Coast. I made videos. And truck stops were the only showers open. All the gyms were closed. Campgrounds were closed, many of them. It was a disaster. And that's why, again, I think even people at RVs, they got a home base. They got off the road because they realized that, it's done. And the thought after the housing crisis was housing's done and everyone's going to live in their car. Everyone's going to live in their vehicle. It's not true. Everyone's living in a house. And now there's not high evictions. There's no evictions. In most states in America, there's still a freeze on evictions. So guys, it's less of a housing crisis than ever. It's more of a housing boom than ever. So the nomad life, there's no need for it. Well, you can stay in a house at night and just basically go in forbearance and wait till they kick you out. It's going to be years. So maybe there'll be another nomad renaissance in 5-10 years. But right now, guys, there's a forbearance renaissance, okay? Or there's I got extra money because of stimulus, stock market, and I'm buying a second house, or I'm buying a third house, or I'm upsizing. I ain't downsizing. So guys, nomad life, we're in the opposite direction. We're trending down. Okay, home base is trending up. And will I get a home base this year? It's possible. But I take life one day at a time. I take my YouTube channel one video at a time. Every day I can upload a video, even if it sucks. I'm kicking ass, okay, on every fucking apathetic piece of crap person that wants to do something, but they don't do anything. Okay? Now, that was intense, okay? But hey, guys, look, I already tell you, if you don't get intense, you stay, you just stay trolling. You stay like negative. So I love everyone. I don't hurt anyone, but I get intense. It's my own personal mindset, my own personal thoughts on my own personal video. If you like it, click the blue join button. Why? Because the thumbs up, thumbs down is just, guys, it's just like, it's useless. Okay, in my opinion. I know they say you get a lot of thumbs up, you go into an algorithm. I don't know, maybe that's true, but bottom line is, it is what it is. All right, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.